guys, so today I am coming from TCA, and it's a little lonely here today because you guys are not here, and I really do miss seeing your faces, but I hope you are having a good time at home with your family and getting to do some really fun things with them for the next few days. So today, since we're not at school, or you're not at school, I'm going to do a chapel lesson for you like we would normally do on Fridays. About faith. And so first I want to know, do you know what faith is? And do you know who or what you put your faith in? There are lots of things that we can put our faith in, but when it comes to really important things, what do you put your faith in? The Bible tells us in Hebrews 1:11 that faith is the confidence in what you hope for, and it's the assurance about what you can't see. So one thing that you might have faith in is that every morning when your mom or your dad or maybe a grandparent, when they wake you up, that you're going to have breakfast. So when you wake up, you may not see the breakfast, but you have faith that they're going to give you something to eat and that you're going to get to have your breakfast. What about when you worry, or when you're afraid, or when you're scared? What do you put your faith in those times? Well, it's great to put your faith in your parents and they can comfort you. There are also other things that you can put your faith in as well. So I have a little demonstration today. And so we're going to use these cups and the water. And the water, this is going to be the problem, or the things that you worry about, or the things that you're fearful of. And so if you take your worry and your fear and your problems, and we're going to use this cup and we're going to say that we're going to put our faith in purple unicorns. So we're going to take the problems and the worry and the fear, and we're going to give it to the purple unicorn. Or maybe if you don't want to use purple unicorns to put your faith in, maybe you would choose your favorite superhero, because, you know, they're pretty good at solving problems, right? So this cup is going to represent your favorite superhero. So we're going to put our problems in this cup with the superhero. And then there's a third one that I want to talk to you about. And this cup represents God. And so when we have worry or fear or doubt, then we're going to put our problems, we're going to give them to God. And we're going to see what happens. So here we are with the purple unicorn, with the superhero, and with God. Now, we've given our problems to the purple unicorn, but you know what? They're still there. The purple unicorns, they didn't really help us out very much. And so what about the superhero? So we gave our problems to the superhero, but you know what? They're really still there. But then what about God? We gave our problems to God, and so guess what? They're gone. They're gone. There's nothing there, right? So does that mean that just because we're Christians and just because we've asked Jesus into our heart and we know God and we pray, that we're never going to have any problems, that we're never going to have anything to worry about? Absolutely not. Because there are always going to be things that you worry about. But when we pray about them and when we tell God about the things that we're scared of, He will give us the right answers, and He will help us to find the solutions to our problems. In the Bible, there's a story about Simon. And Simon is a fisherman, and he had been fishing all night long. And he comes back to the shore, and there's Jesus. And Jesus sees that his boat is empty. And he says, hey, Simon, you know what I want you to do? I want you to get back in your boat. I want you to go way back out into the ocean. And I want you to let your nets down. And he said, I have been there all night long. I've already done this. I have no fish. But because you tell me to do it, Jesus, because you say so, I will. And so Simon has faith in Jesus. He put his faith in Jesus, and he did what Jesus asked him to do. So he goes back out into the ocean, he puts his nets down, and he raised them up, and he had so many fish, it filled his boat full. So just like Simon, if we have faith in God, then he again will help us to find the solutions to our problems. Sometimes God allows difficult situations to come into our lives. Sometimes God allows us to be scared about things, but that's okay because he ultimately is in control, and God will help you by drawing you closer to him. And he will help you realize that even if you're scared, even if you're afraid, even if you're worried or you have problems, if you deepen your faith in him, he will never leave you. Just because you've come into a difficult situation, that doesn't mean that God has left you. It doesn't mean that God has forgotten about you, and it certainly doesn't mean that God doesn't love you anymore, because he does. So I want you to remember, whenever you're afraid, you can trust in him and you can put your faith in God. And we're going to pray. Dear God, thank you so much for this time that we have together, God. Even though we're not face to face, God, I just thank you for the opportunity to allow us to come together online so that we can be reminded of the great things that you have done for us. God, we thank you that we have the ability to trust in you, God, that we have faith in you. Even though we may not be able to see you face to face, God, we know that you are drawing us closer to you, that you are allowing us to build a better relationship with you. God, thank you for this time that we have with our families, God. Thank you for this gift, Lord, that we can spend time together, God, playing games, having fun, doing our schoolwork at home with our parents, God. But most of all, Lord, we just thank you that we are reminded of you and all of the blessings that you are going to give us, God. We remember, Lord, that we have faith in you and what your word says, God. Thank you again for all that you do for us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thanks, guys. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. So just so you know, I'm not doing a magic trick. If you want to know how that water didn't come out, it was a diaper.